Okay, it is coronavirus day 323, and I have something good things to mention. One has to do with flight regulations, and one is going back to school. So I know like many students are like still bummed that they can't go back to school. So guess what? This is all changed. So I'm so I so however we have coronavirus cases. We have low coronavirus cases. Okay, 1,837. Okay, that's a relief. We're back to like lower. We're back into the thousands, not to 2,000, but still high, kinda. So we have 595 new coronavirus case high cases from Toronto. 295 from Peel region, and 170 from York region. So the top three is the big three is still on this list. Yep. So that's that. I'll talk about schools first. This was revealed earlier, though. So so many students in Ontario, Southern Ontario, are going back to school on Monday, February 1st. So this includes. So I'm going to just name off a few of them. So these region students are going back to school. So I'm looking at Google Maps as I read this. So in southwestern Ontario, so London-Middlesex region, you are going back to school. Wellington-Dufferin-Guelph region, you are going back to school. So looking east of Kingston, so the Ottawa region is going back to school. Eastern Ontario is going back to school. So this is basically means students between who live east of Kingston to Baynesville, in that area, to the Ottawa and Smith Falls. All these students are going back to school after some complaints from parents and some students. However, the only regions that have not been listed is Halton Hills, the Halton region, which includes Halton Hills, Milton, and Oakville, and Bronte Creek. So they have not been. So Halton region has not been mentioned in this category. So however, Niagara region has not also been mentioned on this list either. So what happened? Oh yeah, Durham region also is not on this list as well. So basically, Northern Ontario already gone back to school. So Free Bruce area, Halliburton, Kawartha, Peterborough area, Northumberland and Quinte West region, Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox, and Addington region, they're gone back. Leeds, Grenville, and Lanark, they've gone back. And Renfrew County has gone back. So, London-Middlesex region, Wellington-Dufferin-Guelph region, Ottawa region, Eastern Ontario is going back. Yet, we have not heard anything about Durham region, Halton region, and the Niagara region. So, these areas have not gone back to school in any time. So, they're the ones who are going to be continuously still doing online classes until actually something has been cleared up. Because I am not seeing anything. Because apparently they're not on the list. And of course, Wednesday, going back to school on Wednesday, February 10th, is only for Toronto, Hamilton, Peel region, York region, and Windsor Essex region. See? Halton region is not on that list. Which kind of like confuses me on like why. Because of course, Halton region is stuck right between Peel region and Hamilton. So why not just add them or something? So in southwestern Ontario, Windsor Essex region is the only region that is not going back to school until the 10th. So this has finally been approved, I think. So Justin Trudeau has approved this rule, so Ontarians don't have to struggle with this. So all Canadian travelers, international travelers, will have to take a COVID-19 test. You have to get tested upon So all travelers, though, as soon as the Canadian travelers they return from other countries internationally, as soon as they land at any Canadian airport, they will have to get a COVID-19 PCR test at the airport, though. And they must quarantine themselves in a designated hotel for 3 days while the test. So after the 3 days, when the test results come out, the results must be negative for them to be in the clear. So they're in the clear. However, of course, travel rules mean that you have to isolate yourself for 2 weeks. So, however, if your tested results turn out positive, guess what? You get sent immediately to the hospital. So you join the many people who are basically So I'm finally glad this rule has been like you know, this has become a standard rule because there have been like so many people coming into Canadian airports. So and they haven't been checked if they have coronavirus or not. They didn't coronavirus test like 3 days prior to like upon their flight. But finally, so now people who like went international, like travel internationally on flights for like a reasons, so important essential reasons. If they come back and if they have the virus or not, like they can check. They will be able. It is mandatory for them to get checked now, so we don't have to worry about like at least one of these people coming back who having a virus, and then we've already seen this trouble with coronavirus variants from the United Kingdom, and yeah, that wasn't that spread a lot of stress right now, and the coronavirus variant, it still exists. It's yeah. And one more thing, the Johnson and Johnson, they just said that their vaccine will be their single shot vaccine will be very effective from the people being hospitalized or dying from coronavirus. And their vaccine is coming out in March. Please remember that. So, yeah. So police will continue to look for people who are having large gatherings and issue tickets to those who do. So, large gatherings are one major cause, of course, that causes like coronavirus cases. Ask your doctors. Some people said I was lying. Yeah, they didn't look properly. So stay-at-home rules are in effect. So coronavirus rules and regulations apply to all. So so shopping, work, school. Although I'm really confused about school. Like I haven't seen any school buses. The parents haven't seen any school buses going by. So what happened to that? So banking, yep. Medical appointments, if arranged. So business appointments, if allowed. So some are different. Childcare services, please keep the number to a minimum, to a maximum of a number of like a really small number. Access to governmental and social services. So that's like, services the government does, like like fire and police services, and look it up if you want more clarification. I did. So delivery of goods, caregiving, keep that number. Keep that number under 5, please. Someone got charged for exceeding that number, and Simcoe, Muskoka. Take a child to the parent or guardian. You can take someone in the same household to an approved place under the order. You can help someone who is experiencing domestic violence, unsafe conditions, or in need of emergency assistance. You can go out for exercise, but please make sure don't go outside in the cold weather, because it can be unhealthy for you, and it can affect you, and you will have to you might get the cold or something. Walking your dog, so you can do that as long as you leash your dogs. some people, dog owners still don't understand that rule. If there's a dog park inside a park, only inside the dog park section you can unleash your dog, and the rest of the park you cannot. You can go for skating, which is, however, some towns and cities they do not allow that, so please check. Places may vary. So you can attend a place related to administration of justice. You can exercise the Section 35 Indigenous Treaty right. That's for natives only. You can go to an airport or a bus station or a train station or other modes for transportation. For essential travel. Around or outside Ontario, so must be essential. If not, you'll be named and shamed. Metrolinx is really and other companies are really pushing people trying to follow these essential reasons. Only so you can, they uploaded it on their page, so please check it out. So you can visit a household of a person living alone, not a person living with another person, or like a family of other people, or a group of people. You can't visit them. So a person who is living alone can visit one family at a time. Not two families at the same time. No. That breaks the rule. Keep it under 5 rule, and you can buy and obtain animal food. You can go for veterinarian services and assistance for your pet. You can travel for exempt purposes and move. You can go for moving or making arrangements to buy or sell property, and or begin or end a lease. So please remember, fines for individuals who don't wear a mask or face covering. So that is approved. In businesses, outdoor, other indoor public spaces and crowded outdoor spaces. So I know some of y'all trying to make up excuses not to. Oh, I forgot my mask, or my doctor told me not to. Really? You will get fined. If a person who has asthma is wearing a mask, why can't you? So fines and even closures for businesses that are contravening an order. So that includes running a business while told to close temporarily. Not coronavirus screening staff. Okay, that was the big one. If you don't know masks on, that's also the big one. Breaking capacity rules. No safety rules for staff posted. And not checking if staff are following coronavirus rules. Several Hamilton, Ontario businesses broke these rules. Hamilton, named and shamed these businesses because, they're known for that. So, it can be pretty embarrassing. So, number 3, fines for gatherings exceeding more than 5 people who are not from the same household. So, hosts will be charged $1,000. Everyone who showed up pays $750 each. School though open this week for Grey Bruce area, Halliburton, Corta, Peterborough area, Northumberland and Quinte West region, Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox and Addington region, Leeds, Grenville, Lanark region, and Renfrew County. So this coming Monday, London-Middlesex region, Wellington-Dufferin-Guelph region, Ottawa region, and Eastern Ontario, yeah, students are all going back to school this Monday. Toronto, Hamilton, Peel region, York region, and Windsor-Essex region will be all, yeah. Students will be going back to school on Wednesday, February 10th. Durham region, Halton region, and Niagara region. You'll be continuing online classes. Sorry, but I don't know. They didn't decide to do something about that. So don't blame me. So takeout, drive-thru, and delivery services, restaurants, bars, and cafes are available. Use DoorDash.ca. If the restaurant's website isn't working for delivery, use the app. So apparently there are 51 coronavirus variants existing right now in Ontario. That's something new. They finally decided to upload that. So luckily we have our coronavirus hospitalizations are lower. Again, thank you. We are at 1,291 people hospitalized with the coronavirus, down, so that's minus 47, with 360 patients in ICU. Okay, that's not good. That's +2. And 271 of them are using a ventilator, so that's -5. Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, for long-term care homes, we were now at 3,491 deaths for our long-term care residents. Which is +29, and however, the number for outbreaks right now has not changed. Still at 229. So please follow coronavirus safety rules. Use social media to contact others. Only go on essential travel. Stay out of areas where coronavirus can be high. And follow stay-at-home regulations. Don't go to other provinces for vaccinations. You will be fined $500 and 6 months in jail. And also, please be careful. So we have 51 coronavirus variant cases out there. Stay safe. Stay away from these communities that might. So it's more contagious. So you don't know if you might accidentally get it or not. So please be cautious. So a lot of them have been reported from. There's a lot of them from. That is right now in Barrie, Ontario. So it's sort of around Simcoe. That's near Simcoe, Muskoka, around that area. So please be careful. Stay safe, folks. Let's lower them cases.